So I often have people tell me that they don't see any point in selling vinyl decals because the market is oversaturated. And I can kind of see why they think that. When you look at selling sites, a lot of the products and designs out there look very similar. But I personally don't believe that it's oversaturated. I still think there's a point in starting a vinyl decal business even today, as long as you can find a gap in the market, a specific niche, keywords with low competition, basically a way to stand out against those other sellers. If you are just at the beginning of your vinyl decal business journey, I do go into it a little bit of how to find your niche in my first course, How to Start a Vinyl Decal Business, which has just been updated for 2022. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's free for 1 month for all new Skillshare users, and I will link to it in the description. But in this video, I'm just going to go over a few different things that can help you when it comes to creating products that people actually want to buy and that will hopefully be more likely to sell. I am specifically talking about decals in this video, but a lot of this can be applied to many other different products. And a lot of this applies to selling on Etsy specifically as well. But again, it can be transferred to other selling sites and even your own website too. So there are so many tools out there that can help you with this kind of research. The main one I use is Erank. I do pay for it because I use it quite a lot. So some of the features I'm about to show you may not be available to you on the free version, but it is definitely still worth checking out. And so the best thing about it is it's for finding keywords for Etsy, but when you look for keywords, it comes up with so much information. So obviously I've just used a very generic vinyl decal. You can be more specific, but it gives you kind of the average searches for that word. Etsy competition, so you can see how many other sellers are using that word to sell things, when that word was popular, so some things might be quite seasonal. And what you're looking for ideally are ideas that have kind of a good average amount of clicks, so lots of people are clicking through, but also very low competition, so there's not many other people doing them, and ideally things that have been popular recently. So I'm just going to use this chessboard one as an example. It hasn't had an amazing amount of searches, but when you click through, you can see it then gives you even more information. It gives you all these other related tags and keywords that if you were to sell it, you could put those in your listing. Might give you some more related ideas, and we'll show you how much competition they have. And then it also shows you other shops and other listings that are selling the same thing or kind of a similar thing using those keywords and kind of how popular they are, what they're selling them for. And you can also look at the most popular shops on Etsy as well, kind of who's selling the most at the moment. If you want to see your competition in your niche and kind of get some ideas of what they're selling and what's doing well. And you can also look at what's trending on Etsy as well. If you just want kind of like a baseline of where to start and you just need some ideas. And there's a ton of other things you can do on Erank as well. It's a really useful tool. Marmalade is also very similar to Erank. I do only have the free version of Marmalade, so there's actually not much I can do or not much I can show you. But you can see it gives you all the similar sort of stats to Erank, and shows you kind of what's really popular at the moment. And you can also do listing audits, and kind of these are all the different things it will allow you to do. Another tool I have been using recently is Etsy Hunt. This one is particularly good because of the product database. If you go on there and you put in the keyword that you're looking for, again, I'm just being very generic, but it will come up with all of the best sellers in that niche. So you can see there's 7-day sales here and kind of total sales just for that one item as well as if it's kind of going up in trending or not. And then you can click on them, and when you go in there, you can see all of the tags that person has used and like a little bit more information of when it has been most popular. And I just think this is good because you can see what type of things are really popular at the moment. So there are a ton of these car mirror decals. You can see another one there and one there, and they're selling a lot at the moment. Then there are also just kind of name decals and simple things like stars. Obviously, I'm not suggesting you copy any of these, but it's just giving you an idea of kind of what people are buying at the moment, what's doing really popular, so you can put your own spin on it, do something along the same lines in the same sort of niche, and make sure you're using the right keywords as well that people are searching for. Again, there's a keyword tool on Etsy Hunt too, and that gives you Google search trends. So again, look for ones with high views and searches and low competition. This is one of the best things though, the quick view extension. So if you use Google Chrome, whatever edges, you can add that to your browser. And then when you go onto Etsy, you can see those little grey boxes with the green writing pop up on each listing. It gives you just kind of a general overview of kind of how many you've sold. But then when you actually click into a listing, it gives you this box and it gives you a summary of the tags that are used, how many searches all of those tags have had, as well as how many sales this item has had in the last 7 days, and kind of the trend if it's getting more favourites and more reviews. And it just gives you an idea if that listing and if that type of vinyl decal is actually selling well and if people are actually wanting to buy it. Also has an option when you search, it'll give you the amount of views that those tags have had, how much competition. So that might be a good one that's had a lot of views, apparently low competition. And you can just type in random things to give you ideas as well. And it will take you back to Etsy Hunt if you click on it and give you the full stats for that keyword. So again, this is basically just finding words that people have been searching for, but not a lot of other people have been doing them. Everb is another tool, again very similar to Etsy Hunt. This one again requires you to add a Chrome extension and it will come up with stats when you're on Etsy. And these are all the things it shows you how to do. You can also use Google Keywords in a similar way. So if you go to Keyword Planner, you may need to sign up for a Google Ads account, I think it is. But once you're in there, you can look for keywords. Again, just using this very generic one. And this will show you how many people have been searching on Google for all of these different words and kind of the competition on Google for them. So obviously you want to ideally find something that has a lot of searches but that has either low or medium competition. And there are plenty of other SEO tools out there as well that you can use, such as Ubersuggest. This again is just a keyword tool. There is also Answer the Public. This does give you more of kind of questions that people have been asking. So it's not always that helpful when it comes to coming up with product ideas. It's better for kind of blog posts and content ideas, but it's definitely worth having a look at, because if you can see on that left hand side there, these are all kind of product ideas and keywords that you could use. Then there are other tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, and lots of others out there as well. Then once you find these ideas that people have been searching for and they've got low competition and you're confident you can do a good job of making them, you do then also need to make them appealing to customers who are scrolling through Etsy, through whatever selling site you're using, or through your website. So with decals specifically, I always tend to do mockups so that customers know what their product will look like when it is applied. I make sure these pictures are clear and bright and will stand out, and also that it is obvious what you're selling. Also make sure to add all of the keywords that you have found in your research in the description, in the title, and in the tags. And always be asking customers for feedback and reviews. Once you start adding these designs and you start selling, then you can also look at your current search analytics. What are people searching for to get to your shop that you could perhaps also offer or do different iterations of? How many of your listings are being viewed but not purchased? There could be many reasons why this is, but if you have improved your pictures, have made sure that prices are realistic, have some good reviews, for example, then it may just be that people actually don't want to buy that design or product. Do bear in mind that it may be a seasonal thing, however, so perhaps put a timescale in place to see how it performs, and if it hasn't become popular and started selling by a certain time, then just remove it from your shop and start selling it. Obviously though, there is a lot more to running a successful business than just finding those gaps in the market. Once you find those gaps and people are buying from you, you need to be consistently sending out good quality products and giving good customer service, because without those, your business will not survive the long haul. But hopefully this video has given you a good place to start or some ideas to improve your current setup. Let me know in the comments if you have any other tools that you recommend or which ones you're going to be trying out on your shop. And please don't forget to like, follow and subscribe for more videos like this in future.